The police gain access to your vault. They find all the baby oil. You are in big trouble. Level 1. The Hungry Kid. You are 16 years old and you have nothing. The carpet is stained, the fridge is empty, and the bills are always late. Your mother is dead, and your father left long before you were born. You share a bedroom with 5 other people and sleep on a couch that smells of cigarettes and mold. You learn at a young age that nobody is coming to save you. Rapping is the only thing that gives you hope. It's not a hobby, not a plan, a lifeline. You record voice memos on a cracked phone and listen back to them at 2 in the morning when everyone else is asleep. You keep dreaming that you're going to make it. But then the eviction notice hits. You have 2 weeks or you're homeless. You're either going to blow up or you're going to be on the street. There is no second option. Level 2. The Grinder. You perform at open mics for free. You record in a closet studio and pay $20 that you can't afford. Everyone around you is telling you to get a real job, to stop embarrassing yourself, to man up. You are failing, publicly, repeatedly, without dignity. The eviction notice is taped to the door on a Tuesday morning. That night, you've got nowhere to go, so you film yourself on the cracked phone in the kitchen. No ring light, no sound engineer, no plan. You rap for 3.5 minutes and post it at 2 in the morning and fall asleep expecting nothing. You wake up to 200,000 views and a name in your notifications that you don't recognize. By noon, there's a man in a button-down shirt standing at your cousin's front door holding a business card. He sees something in you. He arranges a meeting with you for the next day. You have nowhere else to go. This is your only chance to make it. Level 3. The Manager. The businessman wants to be your manager. He's not famous, but he knows people who are. He manages a couple of rappers, nothing major, but he's got connections. And connections are everything when you have nothing. He hands you a contract. He slides the 100-page document over to you. You do not have a lawyer. You don't have time to find one. You don't have the luxury of waiting. You sign. You barely understand any of it, but you need a roof over your head, and now you finally have one. He hands you an envelope with $3,000 in cash. You've never held this much money at one time. You feel like you just escaped prison, but you have no idea that you've just entered hell. Level 4. The Favour. The first few months feel like a dream come true. Your manager books you a real shoot. Directors, crews, actual lighting. Then comes the first weird request. A major director wants to shoot your next video. He has a professional crew, a huge budget, but he has one request. He wants you to throw a specific hand sign at the end of the second verse, a gesture. You've seen it before in other videos. You don't ask what it means because you're not in a position to ask questions. You either obey or you're fired. You do the shoot. The video drops on a Friday. By Sunday, it has 4 million views. But there's something strange about it. The views are almost artificial, as if someone out there wants the video to do well. You start receiving feature requests from big-time rappers, people you've looked up to your whole life. They want to collab with you. Then, you receive the letter. Level 5. The Party. The invitation comes in your inbox. It's your first private Hollywood party. It's at a mansion in Beverly Hills. No phones at the door. There are cars that you've only seen in magazines. The people inside are famous. Not internet famous, actually famous. The kinds of faces you grew up watching on screens. They move through the rooms like they own the air inside them. No one introduces themselves. Nobody needs to. There is an energy in the house that you can't name, something underneath the music and the money that feels like pressure. As the night goes on, crazy things start happening. Things that if the public knew would end careers, end marriages, and cause riots. Late in the night, you're brought into a room. You're told it is tradition, initiation, that you must do it. Everyone in this room went through it when they were where you are now. You are horrified. But the entire room watches. You do what you're told. Everybody cheers you on and joins in. You are shocked to the core. You go home with a sick feeling in your stomach, barely believing what just happened. You are now owned by Hollywood. Level 6. The Recording. You wake up the next morning and try to act like it never happened, but then you receive it. The footage of your act arrives on your phone. Everyone else is cropped out or protected. You are not. Your hands are shaking so badly you drop your phone on the floor. Your manager calls you before you finish watching it. His voice is calm, friendly even. He says he wants you to know that the footage is safe, that it's protected. He tells you that this is how trust works in Hollywood. This is the only way that the people upstairs know you're serious. He says nobody wants to use it. As long as you listen to him, the footage will never see the light of day. With their new trust in you, a major record label wants to set up a meeting with you. They're going to make you a superstar. The new contract comes 3 weeks later. The contract is life-changing. The new deal is worth more money than you have ever seen in your entire life combined. The clauses in the contract are buried in complex legal language designed to be unreadable. Rights, ownership, creative control. There's an entire page that you do not understand at all, but you know that refusing isn't an option. They have the recordings. They have you. They have your soul. You sign the deal and get to work. Level 7. The P.lls. You sold out your next 10 concerts. 500,000 people. Your new album went platinum. Your songs top the charts. Your music sets the trends, and everyone wants to collab with you. The first concert cycle is brutal. Shows back to back, cities blurring, constant interviews. Before the first real concert, a member of your team hands you something, a small pill. He says it's for nerves. He says every major artist takes them. The energy the pill gives you is from another world. The show is the best performance of your life. You feel like a god on that stage, and the crowd feels it. You take the pill before the next show too, and the one after that. The pill quickly becomes a daily routine, and you take them multiple times a day now. Your new releases start performing even better. Your face is on the cover of 3 magazines simultaneously. People from your old neighborhood text you that they always knew and that they always believed in you. You can't write back though, because you don't know how to explain what it actually cost. Level 8. The Party Host. You're throwing the parties now. Your name is on the invitation, your estate in the hills, your staff at the door collecting phones. You tell yourself you are just the host, that all you do is provide the space and nothing more. But the reality is that you participate too. You start hosting more and more extravagant events. More alcohol, more pills, and a lot of baby oil. You know exactly what happens at these gatherings because you were once the person standing in that driveway the morning after. You remember what it felt like. You remember the video on your phone. And you understand now, with a clarity you wish you didn't have, that none of it was accidental. Hollywood wanted you to go from guest to host. The machine needed you to be complicit before it could trust you with anything real. Now, you control actors, executives, and even politicians. Your team manages these relationships. That's the clean word for it. Manages. You're not a victim anymore. You orchestrate everything and hold everyone around you hostage. That is the thing that keeps you awake. Not the footage. Not the pills. The fact that somewhere along the way, without a single moment you could point to, you became the very machine that enslaved you. Level 9. The Recruiter. Your manager calls with a request. He frames it as a great opportunity for you. He asks you to bring someone in, a kid, 19, Jake Bieber. He's from a city even rougher than the one you grew up in. You've seen his videos. He's got real talent, but no chance of making it. He reminds you of yourself at 16, in a way that disturbs you. Your handler tells you to mentor him, introduce him, bring him to the next party. You know what the party means. You know what the morning after will look like for him. You understand that you will chain this poor kid forever. Your manager is asking you to become the beginning of someone else's story. Deep down, you know that you don't have a choice. Saying no means that your footage goes public, and you'll lose everything that you've sacrificed your life for overnight. And so, you make the call. Level 10. The Blackmailer. You have a team now. 4 people who manage relationships. That's the clean word for it. When a superstar starts giving interviews about what really happens at industry events, your team moves before you even know about it. Within 2 days, he's dropped from his label, news articles are published about his mental health, and a lawsuit for breach of contract is filed. Your job is to make sure that anyone not obeying your masters is dealt with permanently. You do a good job protecting the machine, and it rewards you well. You're becoming more popular, recruiting more people, having crazier and wilder parties. But you're becoming tired. The years of messed up parties, pills, and the disturbing things you're seeing have caught up with you. Your handlers are smart though. It's their job to notice artists who are becoming a threat. Your handlers can see it in your face, and they start watching you closely. Level 11, the Public Saint. You try to find meaning in your life. You launch a charity. You give a speech at an awards show about where you came from, about the couch, about the eviction notice, about what music saved you from. The audience gives you a standing ovation. People from your old neighborhood post about you with pride. You feel something close to meaning for the first time in years. But then, you feel sick because you know the truth. You know what you actually did to get here. A former associate starts talking about you to a journalist. Your team moves slower than usual. And then you realize they are not moving at all. You understand what that means. Your team is not protecting you anymore. You know too much and you're showing signs of conscience, which in this world is the most dangerous thing you can develop. You have become a liability for Hollywood. Level 12, The Reckoning. The story drops on a Thursday morning. It's not planted by an enemy or a rapper who hates you. It's planted by your own manager, the same machine that built you. The machine that you served for years decided that you're too much of a risk. The story has everything. Accounts from 7 people, financial records, a lawsuit from 3 former associates, a documentary crew that apparently spent 18 months following the story and has footage of your estates, your vehicles, your team, entering and leaving with people you recognize. By noon, the story is the only story on the news. By 3 p.m., your label releases a statement saying they are deeply troubled and are conducting an internal review. The same label that signed the contract. The same label that took the calls. The same label whose executives attended the parties. The footage that surfaces is not the footage you feared most. It's the video footage from your own property. Your own parties, your own cameras. The police gain access to your vault. They find all the baby oil. You are in big trouble. You're taken to jail, processed, photographed, given a number. You finally get to drop the act and actually think about what that really means. You think about the kid from the city even harder than yours. You think about the business card. You think about the symbols in the videos. You think about the first morning you woke up famous and believed, for a few hours, that you had made it out. You made it somewhere.